This story is not unique. It's special because of how connected we were to them, but it's not unique.
He was my best friend. We had tons of fun together. People always used to say, what a beautiful family, what an amazing family.
We never would have imagined that it would have climaxed to the point that it did.
I went to my mom's house and I took a drink, and the drinking led to taking a pill, and the pill led to using meth. So we dropped my kids off at my mom's house, and we went home and we decided we were going to use one last time, and then we were going to separate because we just couldn't stay clean together. We used, I injected him and then myself, and then I got scared and I grabbed his hands and I told him that we needed to pray. And I don't know where that came from, but I prayed for God to let us be safe and to let our children be safe. And he crept into the kitchen, but I didn't think anything about it, and I was standing by the couch, and he turned around, and before I knew what was happening, he stuck the knife in my chest. I fought him. I fought him hard. He was trying to cut my throat, and I pinned my chin to my chest, and we fought for at least 15 minutes, and I was screaming the whole time, and the knife broke. And so he jumped up, and he was standing by the couch, and I started pleading with him, just reminding him that I'm the kid's mom, and what are they going to do without me? And I even tried to bargain with him, and I told him, if you leave, I'll tell them someone else did this to me, but just don't kill me. And he went back for another knife, and I jumped up, and I ran into the kitchen, and he slipped in my blood and fell, and I hit him with a chair, and I ran out to the front yard, and I fell in the front yard, and I started screaming.
Lots of families have issues, and lots of families that are struggling with the dynamics of poverty have other issues that oftentimes we don't really have a great understanding of. But what was interesting for us is that they were a family that we were working with closely. I had worked with Antoine for a lot of years, known him for a long time.
So my children were instantly put in family foster care, and I'd never been away from them for any extended period of time, so that was really hard to stay clean and to go through treatment and to know that my kids were hurting because their dad was in prison and their mom was in treatment. And but I stuck it out, and I stayed in Grants Pass residential for 4 months, and the whole time my motivation was I just want to be the mother that I know I can be to my children. And so I stayed 3 more months with my sister in Grants Pass, and then I got my kids back.
And what was amazing was the number of people who are a part of Kids Unlimited that were stepping up to say, look, we'll let them live with us. So I'll take this one. And knowing that if they had to be separated because of logistics around number of bedrooms or whatever, that there was this, kind of come together that, we can make this work. We'll stabilize this family. What we believe differentiates what we do is our relationships to these kids and families, the real intimacies that we know because we have shared their struggles. We understand the dynamics that they live with, and so it puts us in a better position to truly be advocates for changing their lives.
Kids Unlimited has played a huge role in the success of all of my children. Tom stayed in contact with me in treatment and also was always watching out for the kids the entire time that I was away from them. He connected them with other families that made sure that they got to practices and made sure that they made their commitments. Then at Christmas of 2014, he gave us gift cards and 2 giant bags of gifts and food, and it was huge because it made Christmas not seem like this terrible time, and we laughed and we enjoyed, as a family enjoyed our time together. It wasn't like the anniversary of this terrible experience. It was like a new beginning.
We have seen changes, we've seen huge changes, and we've seen the norms change here in this community as a result of the work. And the most important piece is as we evolve the work, that we truly know that the game can change even greater, and it has in just a year.
I think people should support Kids Unlimited because it changes children's lives. I think that children need to know that they can become greater than the circumstances that they're born into, and I think Kids Unlimited provides a forum for that to happen.
Our teachers and faculty here are are doing this amazing job that is really creating the hope of education. It's showing in not only the outcomes of their reading abilities, their attendance, the parent cooperation, and in just 2 years, the needle has moved.
Life is good. When I lay in bed at night and I think about where my family is today, we're just okay. And I don't know that we ever felt just okay before. You know, Taylor's working toward going to college. Caleb's working toward going to college. We're getting letters already from colleges. Tony is really involved in her soccer and her basketball. And I want to go back to school. So I took on a job where I work more hours right now. But it's like this team, we're a team for sure. Odd as it is to say, our bond was solidified by this whole thing that happened, and our life was changed for the better. It was like something so terrible had to happen so that we could have a good life finally. I think they make dreams a reality here, and I think that's why people should support Kids Unlimited for sure. It's to the betterment of our entire community.
Unlimited possibilities. Unlimited potential. Unlimited future. Kids Unlimited.
Kids Unlimited.